Good day, this is Dumps United. We are doing Forza Horizon 2. I've been enjoying this game for the past month or so. Yeah, I don't know, I was playing it really weird. I did the tutorial level and didn't really do anything else. I just free drove forever. And then I started doing the championships, like the way you're actually supposed to play the game. But didn't. Well, anyway, so I started, doing the championships, and that's when it got me addicted. It's funny because I only did one championship, and then just driving around and everything, and it was like you've reached 50% of the. You're in the 50 percentile, and I was like, what? Because I didn't do any championships by that point. So then I started doing the championships, and that got me addicted. And so in about 3 or 4 days, I won the Horizon finale, which was just like a lot of grinding, but it was a lot of fun. And so that was, fun to do. I am streaming. I came back. I took a break. I kept telling myself, I had this deadline, and I said I have to stop everything because everything was just snowballing. A lot of the administrative stuff I had to do was getting put off, and I just had a lot of work I had to do that wasn't streaming, and streaming was kind of taking a little bit of time away from. So most of that stuff is set, and whoops, I'm working on just scheduling things better. Like, I'm getting a lot of things done, but it's not. There's just such a large mountain of stuff to do that sometimes it's just overwhelming. But the good news is I started recording the episodes for Project Park, which is what's going to come out pretty soon. It's going to come to Patreon first, and then it's going to come to.
I think they were talking about an abandoned car to the west of Nice. Checking out.
And so Project Park is going to come out pretty soon to the public on Quotations, and I just have to edit the audio. I've recorded 3 episodes just today, and so that was the big thing that was holding me up. I was like, I wasn't going to give myself permission to come back and stream until I at least recorded 1 episode of Project Park. And so I did 3 episodes today, and I was like, okay, I'm going to start streaming again. So that happened. But a lot of other things besides work have been happening in my life. I'm gonna start a race soon.
Hey mate, did you check your map for that barn find rumor?
I don't want the barn. I don't want the barn. And so trying to think of what the first thing was. Well, I had a lot of yard work to do because of fall and all the leaves were down. So that was another thing that took up a lot of time. I mean, it was like 8 or 9 hours of work every day, and building up a lot of muscle. But this one day, I was outside, and this is like in my yard, and I'm blowing the leaves, and our lawnmower has the vacuum attachment, so I blow them into the corner, and then I suck them up with the lawnmower and go dump them somewhere else. And so I'm doing that, and I'm noticing that there's this car just driving around in circles in our neighborhood. And sometimes people will do that. They just drive through, which is fine. But this car was it was going too fast in a small neighborhood, and there were kids here, And so then I was like, that's weird. And then I noticed that this car was parking in weird places. And so it was like parking all around our house, and I was like, oh no, you know, I'm gonna get mugged or something. And so like they would park up the hill next to a forest, and I was like, this is weird. So I keep gardening and removing the leaves and stuff, and then and so then the I'm closer to the house and not so much by the street, but I'm still working outside, and I noticed that like there are these people, and I was like, oh no, because what it looked like from where I was working, I was like, they had set up, you know, all these, you know, lights, like actual lighting equipment, and I was like, oh no, is like some documentary crew. I didn't think it was like an actual, you know, professional one, because you usually have to write to the you have to write to you know, the location to get the permits and stuff, and like nobody's written to us or even asked. So I was like, this has to be like a student film or something, and they're filming, you know, using the back of our house, our wall, as like the backdrop. And so I went up to them and I was like, you know, excuse me, you can't, you know, can't film here. And so when I went up to them, after I told them that, I was like, oh, they're taking photos, which still is weird that you would, you know, drive around and take photos using somebody's house as a backdrop. And then they were like, oh, okay. And the photographer was really nice. He was like, okay, I'm gonna pack up and leave. And so it turned out that they were doing senior portraits for this kid, and I was like, I didn't say anything, but they were already packing up and leaving. But then the story thickens, because they're packing up and leaving, and then the mom drives up, and she gets out of her car, and she's like, what's the problem? And I was like, oh, I just, you know, we don't really want you taking photos of our house. And they're like, oh, it's a nice neighborhood, everybody knows each other. And she's like, we're neighbors. And I was like, she never told me her name. She was like, oh, we live, you know, right next to you. And so it turns out they don't live right next to us. They live a couple of streets away. And I was like, well, you know, we don't like, you know, people taking photos. And so she kept going on and on about how, you know, it's okay, and that's what people do, and people always take pictures in their neighborhood, and I was like, no, listen, you know, we don't, you know, I'm telling you, you know, you can't take photos here. And she kept going on about how, you know, it's essentially, you know, her right to take photos wherever she wants and stuff. And I was like, and I told her, I said, you know, what if, you know, some random person starts taking pictures in front of your house? You wouldn't like that. And like, I'm half white, half black, and if I was taking pictures in front of like anyone else's house in the neighborhood, they would, you know, they would call the cops on me in 2 seconds. And you know what? They do call. They don't, for whatever reason, people assume I don't live where I live, and I have had people yell at me as I'm in my own yard, you know, walking the dogs, and like they won't see that I'm walking the dogs, they'll just see me there and they'll yell, you know, I'm calling the cops on you. And it's just like, I live here, you know. And so I wasn't quite telling her that, but I was telling her, you know, random strangers taking photos in your house is like not right. And she was like, oh no, that's where you're wrong, I would totally let that happen, it's totally fine. And I was like, lady. And then her son was getting back into the car of the photographer, and he jumps out of the car and he's like, it's just an effing wall, like actually cursing. He's like, give it up, man, why do you care so much? And it was just like, I mean, it sounds, I wasn't really fighting with the mom, I was just explaining the situation. And then, you know, her son, I guess, thought, you know, I'm arguing with her, and it's just like, no. And so then the mom yells at him to get back in the car, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And it's okay. So then everyone gets back in their car, and I think they're driving away, and I you know, I pick up my phone and call my mom. And I was like, you know, there are people taking, you know, photos here and stuff. So then the lady jumps back out of her car and she's like, "Are you calling the police? Because I will stay if you're calling the police." And I was like, "No." And then she's like, "Who are you calling?" And I was like, "I was calling my mom." And then she was like, "Oh." It was ridiculous. Oh, and then the other thing was, I kept telling her, you know, and in her defense, I did have a leaf blower on, but I was like, "Listen, I live here. We don't like our photos taken." And it was like, "Oh, do you actually live here, or are you just the gardener?" And I was like, "No, I actually live here." You know, and she was like, "Yeah, right." And it was too much. And so then my mom comes out of the house and she comes, you know, down the street, and the mom of the person who's getting their senior portraits done, she's now blocking the street, and her husband is blocking the other side of the street with his car, and they're talking to each other, and they're like, "Oh, this guy, you know, he's not letting us take photos." So then my mom walks up to them, and, you know, tells the lady, "Listen, we don't like photos taken over our house. You know, you didn't ask." And throughout the whole thing, they never said, "Hey, you know, we see you have a problem with us taking photos. Is it okay if we continue?" It was like, no, nothing like that. It was, you know, it's our right to take photos, you know, wherever we want. You know, we were on the sidewalk, which they weren't. They were actually leaning up against the wall, not on the sidewalk. And like I said, the photographer was super chill and kind of knew that. I mean, like, he kind of knew you weren't supposed to do that. And it was just like, they were just going around the neighborhood taking photos of whatever house they, you know, could, kind of sneakily, and they just assumed that because I was doing my own yard work that I wasn't actually, you know, somebody who lived there. But so that happened, and that was weird. And then okay, we're gonna start a race. So we have to do the road trip.
In 200 yards,
first.
Turn right. Turn right.
But yeah, so that was eventful. And got me, like, really annoyed. And what else? I went to Pennsylvania to visit my sister. That went really well. It was a short trip. It was from Thursday to... Whoa. Driving crazily. More crazy than normal. And yeah, I went to visit my sister. That was good. We visited her, and then she had a tournament, so we actually got to go to Washington, D.C. as well. So that was kind of a surprise. I mean, she told us maybe like 3 days before the trip. So I went to Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., and we drove around a lot. I took pictures and stuff. And then we saw the Liberty Bell in Pennsylvania, which was good, and we even saw this parade, which we were lucky to see. So that was fun. And so that was kind of not the big issue, but I took the break a week before it, and I was just like, if I get all my work done, then I can start streaming right after it. But then I was just like, there was still too much to do. And I started working on 2 art projects. Let's see, where do we want to go?
Champs made the call. We're heading to San Martin.
Okay. Retro saloons. Let's see if there's anything else I can get. I'm just going to use what I have. I have to pause it for a second. I have to change out the negatives that I'm scanning. I found an extra 3 negatives of a medium format film from Italy, which is funny because when I was editing them and everything, I did consciously think, I was like, there's one photo missing. It's one of my favorite ones from Italy in the Roman Forum. I was like, why can't I find that? And so then I was, for the Milwaukee project, I shot a bunch of film, medium format, and 35 millimeter. And I was looking for, I have these sheets, I bought them in bulk, and they go in the, they're just sheets, and they're for a 3-ring binder, and it just holds all the film flat and everything. So, and so then I found the 2 strips. One is from high school, negatives from high school, so I scanned those just because I want to see what they look like. And then the other ones were 3 photos from Italy, so they're like the lost photos. And I'm getting ready to do faster kind of production stuff. For the Milwaukee project and definitely the New York project, they are massive. They're like minimum of 30 to 50 episodes. But and because of that, it's going to take a long time to create. And so that's kind of why Project Park is coming out before the Milwaukee project. But I'm also going to start animating some kind of short form. And I say short form, but it's going to be like 5 or 6 20-minute episodes series. And so I'm going to start animating the negative, the Italy on film, the black and white, and then I'm going to be doing that offline. And then and yeah. So I'm just trying to get a better workflow. I'm like, the workflow's been fantastic. It's just, it feels like there's been such a bottleneck. And not burnout, but just, bottleneck where it's like I'm very close to finishing the Milwaukee project, but it's just, there's still so much to do. And so that's kind of anxiety inducing. But I just have to remember, like, I'm actually closer to the finish line than I think. Pretty much what's left is the animating. And the animating is something I really enjoy. But I'm going to start doing creative streams again. I changed my streaming setup a little bit. Not for streaming from the Xbox, but for
wrote her off in the second race, but still. Pick a race and let's do this.
Okay. Let's do this one. I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I left my mic on too. Thank goodness I didn't say anything bad. Do 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 do.
You have arrived at
Here
your
we go.
destination.
Here we go. Get ready. The racing begins. Now we just have to stay in first. Stay in first. But yeah, so Project Park is 90% of the way done. Everything, the edit's been locked where the 3D and the 4K. The only thing that needs to be done now is finishing the voiceover and also finishing the voiceover, and then I have to finish editing the VR stuff, which is simple. The problem I had with VR was that a lot of it is just photographs, VR photographs, and so they're stereoscopic, and some of the images, the left camera wasn't working right, so I had to go through and like double check which photos worked and which ones didn't. So then I had to take, you know, it was already edited, but then when I did the render, it turned out that it just wasn't gonna look like if I exported it and published it, it was just gonna, and you're viewing it in VR, it would just like give you a headache. Like it still kind of worked, but it wasn't great, and I was feeling kind of down. And I was like, oh, this is, you know, not what I envisioned, and now there were a lot of good shots that I hoped had turned out, and they didn't. But after discovering that, like a couple days later, I was like, you know, it's okay. You know, this is why we do test renders. And it means like that the final project will be better. Even though I've made so many revisions to it. So instead of being 4 episodes in VR, it's going to be 2, and they're kind of shorter. They're going to be about I think it's about 15 minutes each, so it's going to be 30 minutes combined.
Good driving,
Success!
Don't get complacent. You have to keep this up if you want to be Horizon champion.
I will not race any of my rivals. 61! Nope. I don't know you.
You leveled up.
Leveled up. Oh, I missed my free spin.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Cross country. You know, wait a second. I have to change out the negative. Do. Okay. Now we get back to work. Focusing. Focusing. Oh my goodness. This will not stand. This will not stand. No wonder everyone's going towards the side. Spend most of my time in the air. I have a dent in my bumper. Do. Come on, come on. Do not like driving on golf courses. %56%. Oh my goodness, we're already at 70. This is like the closest race I've ever done. Usually I'm at like miles ahead of everyone else.
You've earned a skill point.
That was terrible.
Ah, that was some bad luck there. It's going to be difficult for you to
Yeah.
win this championship after that. You might be better off retrying.
Let's try that again. Never happened before. There we go. I have to focus more. Did the same thing. The same thing. Is it because I leveled up? Now everyone's like really hard? I think it is. And I'm like spinning out more often. Trade in paint. I'm so glad that counted. So glad. I guess I'm getting points. And before, what happened the first time was I wasn't really paying attention to my map. And usually I keep a good eye on that. Doesn't matter. I am just going to catch up to everyone. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There we go. There we go. Don't mess this up.
Nice driving, mate.
Success.
You're really starting to make a name for yourself.
Oh my goodness. That was terrifying. No, I don't want to like my design. Let's see. Ah, this one's right here.
have arrived at your destination.
The highway sprint. That really messed me up was that golf course. I never do well at that golf course. Do. I don't know why I hit that wall. I thought it was... I didn't see the railing. Once I see that I'm getting the clean racing, I was just like, I want to get the ultimate clean racing, whatever it's called, achievement. I got the great clean racing. Now I gotta go for the ultra. Ultimate. I may die now. My life is complete. Do. Oh, and I lost my clean racing. 76%. %.
Excellent driving.
Success.
Another big win.
I'm moving over the negative. Okay. Oh, I was so close to getting 62 on that one. I wanted to get the next level. Do. my goodness. I might have been doing this whole thing without my mic on.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Gotta get those prizes. That's not so bad. Let's spin again. I wish I had an extra 9,000 bucks. So, I'm pretty sure I've been talking for the past 45 minutes. My microphone hasn't been working. It's working now, but...
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
The destination. The start of the event. And this will be the last one. This series. And then we'll do the road trip in. And that will be it.
Okay, you've done really well. You just need to win this next race and the championship is yours.
The championship. Hopefully most of this is on the street. I do not feel comfortable with this car off-road. I'm sorry, mister. There we go. Drifting around corners. Do. Master blasting. Oh my goodness. My car's gonna mess me up. Oh no. This is obnoxious. Obnoxious. Okay. I'm only at like 69%, 70%. Almost lost control. Almost. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna get this one. If nothing bad happens. ultimate clean racing. I can die now. My life is complete.
First past the post.
I got the
You're making
ultimate.
a habit of this.
Do do do. Do do do.
Mate, that was some immense driving. You just added another championship to your haul.
So this is, I'm going for the second Horizon finale. I already got to it once, and I thought, oh yeah, I beat the game. And it turns out you just keep doing them forever, which is fine. And I actually enjoyed that a little bit more. Do 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 do.
Okay, we're all done in San Martin for now. Meet up at the hub when you're ready, and we'll set out to the next destination.
The next destination. I guess I'll do a couple more races.
Turn
Getting a
right.
little bit of energy burst. I went to the movies yesterday and I saw Widows. It was pretty good. Did not want to go see it, but well, I needed to get out of the house. But went with my mom, and she was excited for it. And like I said, I was like, I don't know.
You have arrived
And
at your destination.
it was really good. I liked it a lot. I didn't feel rushed. In fact, it was a slow movie, but I liked that. It was more. It wasn't just like suspense. It was like there was a lot of emotional stuff in there, and it had a lot of depth. So I liked that, and that's the part. Like I thought, oh, this is gonna be like, where should we go? I guess we'll go here.
Okay, our champ has given the word, and we are heading to Sistron.
I did this in a different area.
All right, you guys really put on a show for the crowds out there.
There we
Now,
go.
the next stop on this road trip is Sistron, and you should feel free to explore a little. You never know what you might find.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. Viola Davis and Liam Neeson were awesome. I forgot what her name is, Rodriguez, but she was cool too. But yeah, it was a really good movie. And it took its time, but like I said, it was really well done. They're really master blasting now. Do 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 do.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Completely missed that. Was distracted by everyone else. Distracted. Sister Ron.
The GT Cars Championship. All right, we have the same taste. Pick a race to start the championship.
There we go.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 100 yards, turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, give me a second. I have to change the negatives one more time. Okay. Excuse me. That was disgusting. Rude of me. Okay. I'm sorry this is taking so long. I'm having a problem getting the negative where I want it. The problem is that I'm scanning medium format film in a 35mm film scanner. It's just a flatbed, but part of the flatbed backlights the negative, and then it scans it that way. So what I do is I scan 3 sections of the medium format film in the film scanner, even though it's for 35mm. And then in Photoshop I use the photo stitch function, and it combines those 3 parts of the scan and combines them into one to the full scan. That's how I'm able to scan it from here we go. And that's how I'm able to scan using a 35mm negative scanner, which saves a lot of money. It is very expensive to get a 35mm, I mean a medium format film scanner. I mean, that's like thousands of dollars. And so this kind of cheap trick helps save a lot of money. Oh my goodness, we're hanging in there. Oh my goodness, this is laps. I was hoping this was a sprint. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is a lot easier than that M3, the classic saloons. Lap 2. Awesome clean racing. Let's try to get to ultimate. Do. Ultimate. Ultimate. Come on, make the corner. Make the corner, please. I know it's a hairpin. Followed by another hairpin. Lap 3. Final lap. Going up and down the mountain. There we go. Oh, and I messed it up. I was getting too eager to get out of that hairpin. No, at least I got one ultimate. Clean racing. Success!
Great driving, mate. And another win, too. Well done.
Skip, 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 skip. Yes. 63. Get my prize. What? What? That's not very much. Do. Everybody's trying to kill me, my goodness.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
The roundabout. Roundabouts are the worst. I don't even remember what this is. Is this a sprint? I hope it's a sprint. Oh, thank goodness. Success. We don't need light posts. Not where we're going. We don't need no roads. Zigging and a zagging. Oh my goodness. What did I do? I knew it. Sometimes it counts those. And I feel lame doing this. There we go. barely made that. $74%. And here we go. Success!
All right,
Success.
another win.
Were there only 3 things we had to do in this one? I think so.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn
Four-wheeling.
right. In 100 yards, turn right.
Whoa. Wrong right.
Turn left.
A circuit race. Bug. We are like all squished. Do 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 do. I'm not gonna get clean racing on this. I mean, I guess I could. What? I just said I wasn't gonna get it. And I got a great. Awesome. Awesome. Lap 2. Ultimate. I barely made that turn. Barely. Another ultimate. Oh, and I lost it. I think I lost it around that corner before too. Yeah, that was the corner I had issues with. I don't know what happened. I was just daydreaming. Went straight into the wall. There we go. Just gonna make it around here. And the finish line. Let's get there sometime soon.
Nice driving, mate.
Thank you. Okay. I don't want to like this design. I mean, the design's fine, I just don't want to do any extra social stuff. Where? That should have been the last one. Oh, it's over here. It's hidden. I would have never found that. But I did find it. That's a little bit of a drive.
Turn left. Turn left.
If I can turn left. Here we go. Whoa. Last one. Supposedly.
All right, mate. You're in a great position. Win this next race, and the championship is yours.
The championship. I don't like driving at night in video games or in real life. I'm getting those points. Those points. Focusing. Focusing. 52% of the way done. Oh, and I lost my clean racing. I lost it. Zigging and zagging. Success. Success.
Brilliant, mate. Just brilliant. You're really starting to pick up a following.
Supposedly.
That's it. You just keep ticking off these championship wins.
7 more championships. So we'll start another one. I have a little bit more scanning to do.
Hey guys, we're all done in Sisteron for now. Meet up at the hub when you're done and we'll all head out for the next leg of the road trip.
The next leg of the road trip. Gotta get my prizes first. Hopefully I don't get 4,000 bucks. Okay, not bad.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
I'm sorry, mister. I'm sorry.
One of Horizon's top drivers is nearby. I've marked their position on your GPS if you want to challenge them. Turn right. In 100 yards, turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Let's continue the road trip. What do I want to do? I guess I'll do this. We're 60% of the way. 60% of the way.
We saw some really great driving today. That last race was intense. Now, the next stop on this road trip is taking us over to Montelino. Oh, and those people lining the streets are waiting to see your ride. So give them something to shout about.
In 100 yards, turn right.
I don't see any people on the streets. I don't know why it was telling me to brake. It's going straight. Whoa, losing control.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Which way's left?
Turn left.
I guess it's this way.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Got 4 miles to go. Almost losing control. And now I really lost control. Losing my mind. And to scratch my eye.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
It's like starting to burn.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
That was ridiculous, but it worked.
Okay, welcome to this Super Saloon Championship. This one's always one of my favorites. If you have a thing for German performance cars, this one's for you. All right, pick a race to start the championship.
I will. I will. In just a sec. Okay, hold on. Gotta scan the last negative. Okay, so this will be the last race of the night. For real this time. Yeah. I thought it was the other speech zone. I was just gonna do a snapshot. Oh, you know, that's not even the place I'm going. Come to the destination.
You have arrived at your destination.
There we go. Oh my goodness. Flying through the air. Clean racing. That's fun. Great clean racing now. Now I have to go for the ultimate clean racing. This is going to be a long one. We're only at 40%. Going downhill. Oh, I vaguely remember doing this before. Let's line this up. Going downhill, then uphill. Kind of missed that turn. It's okay. And success.
Oh, wow.
Success.
You made that look easy.
Okay, I want to thank everyone for coming out. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Same thing probably. It's going to be a while before I start doing the creative streams again. But they're coming back. And then I'm working on a solution for produced content and all that stuff. So I'm about to come back a lot. Well, better than ever, I guess. Stronger than ever, I guess you could say. I'll see everyone soon. Well, I'll see everyone tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. Bye-bye.